Hey guys. The truth about Uktwasa or Rotwasa. The truth about Uktwasa or Rotwasa. And for those that are in other countries who may not relate with this term, Uktwasa is an initiation process that an individual goes through when they become a Sangoma or a witch doctor. You see, Uktwasa is not a ceremony or a thing that should be taken so light. It is not something that should be taken so light because in the spiritual realm is one of the dangerous rituals or process that people go through when they think they have a calling. So here is the truth about Uktwasa. You see, Uktwasa, this is what happens when they make that initiation or when they make that celebration. It is a process or it is a ritual that is meant to kill the person who has a calling. It is a ritual or a celebration or an initiation process that is meant to kill the person who has the calling. And what do I mean? You see, those demons that introduce themselves to you as your ancestors, those familiar spirits that introduce themselves to you as your ancestors, they will not fully operate in your body. They will not fully operate through you until you die or unless you die. So when you go through that initiation process, it's a ceremony that is meant to kill your soul. They kill your soul so that the demons, at the same time, the demons, the familiar spirit that you think are your ancestors, or the demon that they say you are called after, it is a demon that now takes over your body. When you go through the process, they kill your soul so that the demon can occupy your body and now begin to live henceforth. That is why, after the initiation process, you are no longer identified or you are no longer recognized as you. You are recognized as the entity that has taken over your body. This is where now they will call you Gogo Sorenso, Mkulu. They will call you Gogo Sorenso. Why? Because they recognize the demon that is now living inside your body. Because the real you has died, and that demon is now having the legal right and full operation through you. This is why you are no longer responsible for what you eat, what you desire, what you wear. You begin to wear the way that you never used to wear. You begin to think, to walk, or even operate the way that the normal you wouldn't. That is because the demon has taken over the body and they've killed the real person. They have killed the owner of the body in the spiritual realm through that process of initiation. The initiation it's actually a funeral in the spirit. It's a funeral of the person whom they say has a calling, so that the demon can now start to live through that person henceforth. So that is why they now start to realize you as the entity that occupies the body. You see, the process of initiation of Uktwasa is the same process that people go through, that artists or people that are in Hollywood go through when they sell their soul. It is the same process. It is just that they don't do it for Ubungoma, they do it for fame, they do it for other things, but it is the same process. They go through the same or more like the same initiation process. So Uktwasa is more than just you acknowledging or welcoming what you think is your ancestors. It is a process whereby they kill you. And here is the thing: it will take only God to restore your soul. It will only take Jesus to restore your soul. If ever you see someone who claims or who say they used to be a Sangoma, but when they come out of Ubungoma, they don't come out through Jesus, they are claiming. They can go to any other church, but if it is not a church that believes in Jesus or that believes in the God of the Bible, they are claiming. The only person that can restore that soul after you went through that initiation process, it is only Jesus Christ of Nazareth. That is why the good example of this is Tabiso Muketi. When he came out of it through Jesus. That is how you come out of Ubungoma. You cannot come out of it except through Jesus. So when you go, when they lie to you sometimes, or when they say that you have got a calling, ancestral calling, and you say you are going for Uktwasa, think before you do that act, because it is an act that will kill you. It is an act that will change your whole destiny. It is an act that will kill the real you and change the whole destiny. So you need to think thoroughly before you go through that process, because it is the same thing as giving your soul to Satan. They are not different. So think about this before you undergo that process. And may God bless you. Shalom.